There's levels to friendships. I mean, you could have known your homie since you were 2 years old. You could have lived together. I mean, you could have survived the whole zombie apocalypse together. But shit, the truth is, you haven't truly experienced brotherhood until you and your homie have participated in a two-man mission. Like, just look at Kobe and Shaq, man. That type of chemistry can only be achieved by running a two-man. Shit, I bet these motherfuckers were running two-mans every night. And you already know Kobe was laying down that Mamba mentality while Shaq had his girl kneeling. But for those of you who may be wondering, Chains, what the hell is a two-man mission? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's quite simple, really. It's when you're gonna link with a girl, but you bring your homie and she brings her homie. And what this does is it sets an environment when you and your homie can dribble, pass, alley-oop, and ideally dunk that shit. Now, don't get me wrong, it's simple, but not easy. I remember my first two-man mission like it was yesterday. It took place when I was in grade 7. And it started when my friend Joe hit me up like, "Yo, bro, I'm going to this girl Sophie's house and her friend Ava's there. You trying to pull up?" And I was like, am I trying to pull up? Hell yeah, I'm trying to pull up.
So you know I sprinted to the bathroom and put on my Hawass cologne that I got from the TikTok shop below.
So we show up to her house, and I'm new to this whole thing, so I'm sitting there like, what now? We could watch a scary movie. Yeah, let's do it.
I'm down.
Well, actually, personally, I'm not a big fan of scary movies. Man, shut the fuck. So we're watching this scary movie, and to be honest with you, it was simply the best scary movie I'd ever seen in my entire life. So I was really getting invested in this plot. And Ava's like, "Oh my god, I'm scared." And that shit went way over my head. What? Why? It's not even at the scary part yet. And then only 30 minutes into the movie, Joe and Sophie are like, "Yo, we'll be right back." Oh, okay. Do you guys want me to pause the movie? Nah, it's all good, bro. And you see, what Joe just did right there was a calculated move. In basketball terms, he just set an ISO. So now it was 2 1v1s. And the situation was absolutely perfect, but the problem was, I actually liked the fucking movie. And that violates rule number 3 in section 7 of how to pull off a successful two-man. Never give a fuck about the movie. Cause the truth is, the movie length is like the shot clock. If you end up actually watching the entire movie, you failed the mission. But I had no clue, and to be honest, I didn't even know what a two-man was at the time. So I got some popcorn and I was just watching the movie. But when the climax of the movie was about to come around, I did something that violated every term and agreement of the two-man mission.
And if you're wondering what popcorn I had, you know I had to bust out the delicious Pop Daddy popcorn that I got with the coupons on TikTok shop below.
I did something that violated every term and agreement of the two-man mission. I went over to Joe and Sophie like, hey guys, quick, you're gonna miss the best oh, fuck. And I missed the climax of the movie, but shit, I seen a climax. And needless to say, Joe never invited me to a two-man mission since. But you know I had to redeem myself, even if it was 3 years later when I was in grade 10. It was a Saturday night, and me and Bob were looking for something to do. And I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro. I had no motion. Like, my Snapchat was drier than a Popeye's biscuit, bro. But lucky for me, Bob had a roster. And I'm talking an all-star lineup of girls who just want Bob on their body. And I don't blame them. Well, as I was saying, me and Bob were bored. So Bob hits up this girl named Avery like, "What are you doing right now?" And she's like, "Just chilling." "Who you with?" "My friend Alice." "Let's link. I'm with my homie." "Okay, is he cute?" "Cute as hell." "Okay, come over." And I'm excited as fuck.
So you already know Bob busted out the finest cologne I've ever scented upon, the Hawass cologne that he got from the TikTok shop below.
So we get Bob's sister to drive us to Avery's crib, and as we pull up to her house, I remember a crucial detail that I'd been forgetting this whole time. I was scared of the hoes, bro. And as we walked up to her door, I was starting to get flashbacks of me and Joe's two-man, where Joe tossed up an alley-oop for both of us, and I blocked his shot, metaphorically and literally. And as I'm psyching myself up, Bob calls Avery to tell her we're here, and she's like, "So, my parents are asleep, so you're gonna have to come in through my window." Shit. So we walk around the side of the house to Avery's room, and lucky for us, there's this big-ass window, and I'm like, "Yo, can you open it so we can get in?" And she's like, It is open. Bro, only this tiny ass rectangle in the top left was open at a 60-degree angle. But that was our only way in, so I helped Bob up and through the window. But now I gotta get up there, and I'm bigger than Bob, so I put my head through and I'm trying to slowly creep into the room, and then I lean just a little too far and I'm headed face first onto Alice's hardwood floor. And listen, Bob has come in clutch many times. He saved me from drowning, coyotes, getting in trouble, but out of all these things, I'm most grateful for Bob catching me as I fell through this fucking window. Because drowning and dying would have been pretty bad, like boo-hoo, rip chains, you know what I'm saying? But imagine falling through a window and eating shit face first in front of the hose. Like, I would have preferred the drowning, bro. But after that close call, I was a little flabbergasted, you know what I'm saying? But Alice has the audacity to ask me this loaded ass question like,
Yo, what cologne is that? Hawas? Yeah, where'd you get it? I got it with coupons from the TikTok shop below. Wow, you smell amazing.
So we all just started talking and shit, but I keep noticing Alice was getting a bunch of text messages. And I remember thinking it was probably her mom or something, so I shrugged that shit off and I'm like, yo, we should watch a movie. Yeah, we should. Yeah. And I wasn't about to make the same mistake I made last time, so I found the most dog shit horror movie on the face of Netflix and threw that shit on. And man, that shit was ass. In fact, it was so ass that we just started cuddling and shit, like, what else was there to do? But now that we were close, I could feel the vibrations of Alice's phone getting a call, so she's like, 1 second, I'll be right back. And I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but I could low-key hear what she was saying through the door. I'm just at Avery's house. We're watching a movie. Oh my god, okay, that's fine. Okay. But when she comes back, she puts a pillow between us. Like the same type of shit two dudes do to make sure they don't fuck in their sleep.
But that's when I realized the Cupid Hypnosis Pheromone Cologne I got from the TikTok shop below was wearing off.